Hi, I'm Keith, and on today's VAB Learn segment, we're going to do an overview of preparing for a block print. So we start with our block. In this case, it isn't a true linoleum, but it is a beautiful block. You take the block that you're going to print from, and what I like to suggest all the time is to actually place it on a piece of paper, trace around the block, so now you have the parameters of what your block is going to entail. So through the magic of technology, I've already drawn this ahead of time, and this is actual VAB logo and the word member. Part of the reason I did this is we will need this eventually, but it helps you to show that we need to have this in reverse when it's on there. So I drew this in a B pencil, so you can do it in 2B or 4B or whatever. The softer lead, the easier it transfers. So I'm only using the small corner of the block, and I will be cutting the block away after. You can see that the logo is there, right, readable, so that means we can see it's VAB and member. So I will be taking this and flipping it. Because it's on a translucent piece of paper, I can see where I need to put it on the block. I line that up to where I need, and now what is there is reversed. So as I transfer, now I can take the lead and draw over every little thing, but because I did use a soft lead, I will be able to just use the other end of the pencil, and quicker method is to do this. So I get everything transferred fairly fast because I'm not having to follow exactly. Now you could very easily follow exactly, and one advantage of doing it exactly is you know you've covered every area. This is a broad stroke. What I do sometimes if I am drawing over top, I maybe use a color, so I can, like say blue or green or something like that, so I can see for sure that I've selected all the areas. So before I take it away, I would look to see, and I do need just a couple of little areas there that didn't quite turn out. So I'll do it again, and that's why I hold my fingers there to keep everything in place until I know that I have what I want. And again, a lighter line that from before, I just do it harder now. So now I have enough for the demo purposes. So I'll put that aside. So I got 3 of the cutting tools out. First one, a V-groove that's very fine. Second one, a V-groove that is broader. And the third one is a rounded cutting tool. These are similar to what you could cut into wood and everything with too, but they are meant for cutting blocks. So I will start, to show you how easy it is to cut, I will start with the finer tool and just do some of the detail here so you can see. So the middle part here is a pencil, so I'm going to cut along the edge of the line to the lead of the pencil, and then just remove that. Cut across the base of the cut section of the pencil and remove that, and then cut back to the line that I just cut. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm not using a safety here, and I am very safety conscious, but I can actually, could actually be using an actual safety tool here, but I thought this way you can see how I'm cutting a little bit easier. So I've cut the outlines of that, then I could take the wider one and now cut to those lines. And you can see how easily that was cut. Now I still have a gouge here that I just want to take that and get rid of. So with the wider groove, I'm going to cut the edge of the letter B. Now one thing that I hadn't anticipated here was how messed the transfer, but I can see where I'm going still. So you might not want to use too soft a lead. So I'm going to cut down the edge here. Now I am cutting towards me, which is a no-no, but I am going to be very careful, and I've kept my thumb out of the way from getting cut. Because I seldom have cut myself in any of these techniques, but you don't want to because it hurts. Now again, I'm going to cut around and see how easy that's cutting. If you're using battleship linoleum, it's a little bit more difficult than this. the true linoleum. It's a little bit more difficult because it's a little harder. This is between a white eraser in density and the true lino block that's called the battleship linoleum. So this is an easier one to do than it would be with battleship, but it's slightly denser, so it's going to hold up even longer than if I was using the type that's out there that is actually the same consistency as a white eraser.